Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Curtis surprises Portia today. Esme confesses to Laura, and Nicholas informs Ava of his plans on General Hospital. Cyrus walks into church and sees Sonny praying. He tells him that he's delighted he found his way to God in his hour of need, and that the truth will set him free. Sonny, enraged, warns Cyrus that this is not the night to push him. Cyrus realizes Nina told him she was the one who informed the SEC. Cyrus reveals that Nina came here for advice as well, and he offered her his advice because there should be no lying between husband and wife. Sonny hits Cyrus, who cites the Bible as an example of turning the other cheek. Sonny decks him once more, and Cyrus declares, "I forgive you." Sonny continues to hit him in an attempt to force Cyrus to fight back, but he does not, and Sonny pummels him to the ground. A nurse and Portia discuss having to work on New Year's Eve at the hospital. Portia, on the other hand, refuses to take it as a bad omen because she has huge plans for 2024. Curtis is waiting for Portia in her workplace with a rose as a New Year's Eve surprise. He also brought donuts, which she claims are the greatest. They discuss his future surgery, which could put him back on his feet. Curtis believes it may not work. Portia swears to love him no matter what, and he believes her. She inquires as to how he is feeling. He confesses that he is trying not to be overly optimistic. He simply wants to sweep her off her feet and bring her to their bedroom to make love. Portia claims that his grin knocks her off her feet every day, and they kiss. Later, Curtis and Portia go to the ER after Portia notices a badly beaten patient. After a party, Joss and Dex return to her dorm room to find a puzzled Adam trying to get in, believing it's his room. They notice he's visibly inebriated and still vomiting from a red Solo cup. Joss, who does not drink, inquires as to what is going on. He claims it is ended, and his parents are aware of the truth about him. He claims they know he lied about the internship and question why he didn't return home. He claims that his poor grades, including an A in chemistry and a B in anatomy, came up. His parents are now threatening to withdraw him from PCU and send him to a local college, since they refuse to spend their money on him if he does not meet their expectations. He can't figure out why he was such a jerk. Laura continues to worry about Bobby, Luke, and Lucky, who is out there looking for a piece of himself at the Port Charles Grill. A call from Ace's babysitter interrupts them. Laura is taken aback when she discovers Esme is an hour late. While Laura is still on the phone with the babysitter, Esme appears, muttering to herself, "I need a drink." Laura notices her and inquires about her whereabouts. Esme speaks with the babysitter and promises her that she will be home shortly. She apologizes to Laura, and Kevin offers her a cup of hot cider and the glove she dropped. Esme thanks him, despite the fact that she has misplaced the other one. Laura identifies it as Windermere's glove and realizes she was the one who broke in. Kevin leaves them alone to chat, and Laura inquires as to what she was thinking. Esme tells that Liz mentioned that she was imprisoned there last year, and she felt going there might spark something in her. She apologizes and offers to pay for the shattered glass. Laura inquires if she recalls anything. Esme claims she has no recollection of anything. Laura inquires if Esme was still present when she arrived. Esme acknowledges that she was and rushes out. She didn't want Ace to have his first Christmas arrested. Laura points out that she still breached the law and will have to report herself in. Esme sobs because she can't go to jail. Laura believes she will receive community service and possibly a fine. Laura claims that she will feel better if she accepts responsibility for her actions. Laura says she'll accompany her to the PCPD tomorrow. Esme can't believe she's accompanying her. Laura emphasizes that she would never force her to do this alone. Curtis interrupts Laura and Esme's conversation. He informs her that she must go to the hospital to see her brother. Nicholas tells Ava at the gallery that Esme came to Port Charles to wreck their lives, and it's time for them to make her pay. She refuses to work with him, claiming that any relationship they had ended when he threatened her kid. He agrees it was bad, but she thought she killed him and then dumped his body. She bemoans the fact that she was a shambles, and that she didn't want him dead. That's something he admits. Eva informs Nicholas that Esme has no memory and is completely committed to her son. "My son," shouts Nicholas. Nicholas believes Esme will eventually return to her normal self. Ava inquires as to whether Nicholas intends to murder Esme. He isn't. He simply wants her out of his son's life. She inquires as to what he expects from her. He starts flirting with her and remembers the old days. She claims there weren't many, and those days are long gone. Nicholas believes she doesn't want to help him because she won't be able to deny her love for him if she spends time with him. She warns him not to deceive oneself, claiming that he is seductive. Nicholas explains his strategy. He invites Ava to a party, promising that she will come up with a cause, and that he will furnish her with a guest list that includes Esme. She questions whether she truly expects her to think he will not harm Esme. He extends his hand to God. Willow asks Michael on the docks why Nina has been cancelling plans with her and the kids. He acknowledges that he made her limit how much she saw them. He was blackmailing Nina, she can't believe it. Willow claims he misled her, controlled her connection with her mother, and that if he was so concerned about keeping her safe from Nina, he should have told her the truth from the start. Michael claims he intended to expose Nina. He went to inform his father, but he was overjoyed and in love, and Willow was as well. He decided that if he kept the secret and controlled how often Nina saw them, no one would be upset. Willow sobs because she and her husband haven't been honest with each other, and what kind of marriage is this? Michael claims that because they love each other, they will be able to get through this. Willow believes Nina's falsehoods are one thing, but his hurts him far more. She requests that he sleep someplace else tonight. Nina, who notices Drew's return, answers Carly's door. She claims she has something important to tell them both. Nina apologizes first and foremost, and Carly wonders how she discovered out, presuming she's referring to Bobby. Drew says he needs to get back to the phone calls, and Carly replies Nina is fine with her. He walks away. Nina admits that she was furious when the truth about Willow was revealed, but she's had enough of making excuses. Carly is too busy for this, so Nina reveals that she was the one who tipped off the SEC. Carly exclaims, "I was the reason Drew went to Pentonville. You took him away from his daughter," she yells. Nina informs her that you took mine away from me. Drew has been nothing but polite to Carly, she says, and she has sentenced him to prison. Nina claims she knows she'll never forgive her, and she's only trying to set the record straight. Carly wonders why now. Nina claims that the guilt was eating her alive, that she regretted everything, and that she didn't know how to solve it. Carly says she feels no shame or regret, and Carly realizes Nina was arrested. She inquires as to who knows. Nina reveals that Sonny is aware. Sonny, she claims, urged she come to confess and apologize. Carly claims she's not come to put things right, but rather to keep Sonny safe. Carly describes her as the most self-centered person she's ever known, and she does harm to everyone she pretends to care about. Carly calls her a selfish asterisk who deserves to rot in hell. Nina says that Carly should be thanking her because all of her terrible decisions have made her the bad guy for her. Carly claims she will never recover from this. Willow will never forgive her, and she will never see her grandchildren since she hasn't changed. Drew returns and stands in the background, learning that Nina was the one who reported them in. Nina apologizes for what happened to him and says she never intended for him to go to jail. Drew is furious, calling her disgusting and the worst type of hypocrite. She was nice to Scout, Donna, and Avery on Halloween, despite knowing she was the reason he was in prison. He claims she doesn't really love her children. She only enjoys the notion of being a mother and grandma, and she can't prioritize her own needs over those of her children. She tells them to quit acting like saints because they committed a crime and Carly barred her from seeing her daughters. Carly tells her to stop because she can't do it tonight because her mother is dead. Nina apologizes, but Carly appears unconcerned. She tells her to leave her house. Nina departs, and Carly laments that she is trapped in a world where Nina exists but her mother does not. Later, Drew contacts Joss and informs her that her mother requires her to return home. Joss says she has to leave her dorm. Dex suggests keeping an eye on Adam. After Joss leaves, Dex tells Adam about his troubles with his parents and tells him that there is a big world outside her parents and that things do get better. Adam ultimately falls asleep, and Dex helps him into bed. Drew then contacts Michael, who is still on the dock with Willow. She walks away, telling him there is nothing else they can say tonight. Drew's phone call is answered by Michael. When Joss and Michael arrive at Carly's, Drew opens the door and informs them that their mother is in the living room. They enter, and Carly informs them that Bobby has died. Joss inquires as to what transpired. Carly claims she died in her sleep in Luke's flat. They can't believe she's gone, and Joss wonders what they'll do now that she's gone. Carly is unsure, but they will get through it together. Sonny returns to his flat, which is dark. He pulls out a bottle of liquor from his paper bag and places it on the table. His collar is splattered with blood. He recalls their disagreement with Nina and her beseeching him not to waste their life together. Ava returns home to discover Sonny sitting in the dark, and she inquires as to where Nina is. He says, "Gone." Ava turns on the lights and tells him he needs to get cleaned up because Avery can't see him like that. When Nina comes at the door, Sonny goes to clean up. When Ava opens it, she discovers that Sonny knows the truth about the SEC. Ava claims she shouldn't be here because he's in a foul mood. Nina only wants to see him for a minute because she just saw Carly and Drew. Sonny goes out, and Nina sobs as the door slams in her face. Thanks for watching if you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.